People, this is the Farmerside chat, and my name is Jordan Farmer. It's Wednesday, January 5th, 2022, and today I'm going to be talking to you about diversity is our strength. So there's a few different ways of defining diversity. Diversity of thought and opinion, as long as it's through, you integrated through discussion and stuff, it's good. But things like diversity of race, diversity of culture, diversity of religion, making the claim is one thing, but going out and trying to test the claim of diversity as our strength is an entirely different other thing. So what I did was I went and I looked up the most ethnically diverse countries, the most racially diverse countries, the most religiously diverse countries. They all pretty much had the same kind of common theme. Tend to be poor, tend to be small, tend to be unstable, tends to have a lot of issues. And so I would say on the whole, it seems diversity is not our strength. However, that comes with a caveat. The United States has the greatest number of foreign-born citizens of any country, and we are far from the most violent, far from the most racially tense. And so the key is sort of under the hood. I don't think race is necessarily the key issue here. The key issue is how humans perceive and how you get around some of the hurdles that come from faults in human perception. So how do humans perceive? We see the entire world in two spheres: explored territory and unexplored territory. What we've already gone and mapped out and what we have not. The unknown and the known. So when you have the unknown, you have all the potential good and all the potential bad. And so some of us are prone to see the good. Some of us are prone to see the bad. Those that are prone to see the bad will react to odd foreign things, unknown foreign things, novel things, with suspicion, with mistrust, with anger, with outright fear and violence, discomfort, disgust, all sorts of things. And so when you have the integration, the active integration of societies and groups and the active mixing, there's a term from the great Immortal Techniques song Dance with the Devil, we're burning in the melting pot.
Everyone trying to be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.
That speaks to a deep truth. Without integration and without assimilation, diversity is a weakness. So we just need to focus on integrating societies. We need to focus on integrating our American society. We need to focus on developing a unified culture as best we can, having a common set of values, as much as we can manage it. And so it can be done, but we need to have proactive measures to try to actually make it so that we can have a decent society where people get along. Now, I want to talk about this sort of issue with the unknown and the novelty response and racism and all this stuff. When you grow up around a certain set of races, that normalizes them to you. And so if you grow up around black, Hispanic, and white, and then you're introduced to a random, novel Asian culture or an Asian person, they're now an unknown, but you already know those other ones, and you might dislike individuals, you might like individuals, you might whatever, but you fundamentally know more or less what you're talking about. You're not as instantly confused, concerned, worried, whatever. And so the solution in part is just time and just letting people mix and mix more and mix more, giving people more exposure, talking to more people. The more people that can speak across the races and fuse our cultures, the better. A lot of people don't like to talk about the other types of racism beyond just the white against colored people's racism. because there's white against all of the different other types of races, obviously. There's black on Hispanic and Hispanic on black racism that I know very well. In gang circles, it's very big. And then you have um, Asian against black hatred and racism that I've seen in the workplace, personally. And then you have black on Asian hate and racism that's actually led to the greatest surge in hate crimes of any sort of individual group versus another group. It's been black people attacking Asian people in America. That's been one of the bigger issues in the most recent years. It's kind of crazy. So, diversity is not our strength, ironically enough. But it can be. Diversity of culture can be cool if we have a unified sort of subculture, but it's not a subculture that it's secondary, subculture that it's underlying this overarching culture. The values, philosophies, and food and all that kind of stuff of your previous cultures can be fine as long as they're seamlessly integrated into a free society, a free, open society that accepts other people. You can't have intolerant views, you can't have all sorts of other things. And be a part of America. It doesn't work. It doesn't make you, it means you're not a part of the project in the real sense. We're supposed to be trying to make this all work with it for each other. So, yeah, those are sort of my thoughts on this. I don't really have more to say on the topic. So, have a good one. God bless you all. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.